All right, folks, welcome back to our third segment, actually. And Terry, take us to the top part of this bracket over here with Virginia.
So we got Virginia at 29-3 on the season, playing the number 16 seed, which is got to get the stronger eyes here.
Gardner Webb.
Gardner Webb at 23-11, obviously won their tournament. I just don't see any way that they get upset again this time. They go to the second game pretty easily. Yep. And then you look below it, you got Ole Miss playing Oklahoma. Both teams, 20-19 and 19-13. They belong at the 8-9 slot, and Virginia gets through that. Virginia gets Sweet 16 easy.
I agree with Terry on that. I didn't think Oklahoma deserved to get in, but I definitely think Virginia moves on to the Sweet 16 from that.
Even though I don't like the way that they played one game in their tournament and then sat and watched the rest of it. But
I know.
I think they
happens.
Get past those jitters early and they move on. Next game, Oregon. Again, Oregon's at 12, playing a 5 Wisconsin. Oregon's the bookie's favorite. They're -2. So obviously the bookie thinks that that's a backwards seeding.
Well,
and I agree. I think Oregon played great down the stretch on the Pac-12, and I think they will beat Wisconsin.
Okay, I'm a Big Ten fan. I don't think that the Pac-12 has been anything but doo-doo all year. This game, the only reason Oregon is favored is because this game is in San Jose State. Wisconsin has to go clear out west. That's not going to bother this team. Wisconsin is a veteran ball club. They got the senior-laden kids. I think Wisconsin wins this ball game.
Game below it is Kansas State, who I think played good down the stretch here, 26-8 on the season, playing a UC Irvine at 30-5. I mean, that's a nice record, but again, I think the strength of schedule will come to bear there, and I like Kansas State to win easy.
Irvine has a couple of strong inside players. Where they're weak at is their guard play, and I think that's where Kansas State will handle UCI. But I'd like to see UCI give them a little bit of a game on that.
Well, I think a lot of these games are going to be close. I mean, just looking at how the tournament went this last weekend, we had games that went back and forth down to the wire. I didn't pick very well on Saturday or Sunday, but it did well on Friday, so I'll take that.
Well,
on down the list there, anything that sticks out, St. Mary's is going to play.
They're a West Coast team.
I think Villanova is way better than St. Mary's. St. Mary's had a good tournament, only got in because
they won it.
I think Gonzaga let them win. Just to
well, we talked about that, didn't we?
So Purdue, Old Dominion.
I really like Purdue a lot in this to go to the Sweet 16. I love the way that they're set up. And I really like the way Tennessee is set up because they're going to take on Colgate. Then they'll take on the winner of Cincinnati and Iowa.
So where you're at, I think that's important that they do have a kind of an easier game. I don't think any of these games are easy. We've seen all the upsets that you can, and nobody can look past anybody. But Tennessee, looked good in their tournament until they ran into Auburn. Auburn
was very hot. So, but when we move down to the bottom half of the bracket, I think you and I are both in agreement. North Carolina's
looking good.
I know you like Washington. You're a Pac guy. I thought
so again at 26.
I thought that they were the only team that deserved to get in.
26-8, sure they deserve to get in, but they deserved a higher ranking than I think number 9.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Here again, you've got the number 9, which is not a big deal. They're actually the underdog on the sheet, so they're getting 2.5.
Yeah, they would have rather been a 7 or a 10, so you don't have to play number 1 right on the shoot.
Yeah.
And Utah State, I tell you what.
Utah State.
Don't be surprised, folks, if they give Washington all they can handle. I'm telling you.
26-6 on the regular season. They played well. So
Auburn shouldn't have any trouble with New Mexico State. Kansas State. Kansas. I think they beat Northeastern. Yeah. Okay. Folks, you all know I'm a Big Ten guy. If you watch football, I'm an Ohio State fan. I'm here to tell you right now, we did not deserve to be in this tournament.
19-14, probably not.
We lost 3 or 4 games when we sat our number 1 player down for disciplinary reasons. They won, I think, round 1 and 2 in the Big Ten. I think they lost in the semifinals in the Big Ten. So I think that's the only reason they got in. But I don't think they deserve to be in this one. I'm going to take Iowa State in that game. That's probably a shock. I like Houston over Georgia State. Here's my upset. Wofford against Seton Hall. The 7 seed Wofford against 10 seed. It's not really an upset, but when you look at they're a Power 5 team.
Well, you look at the Big East too. I didn't count up how many teams got in from what conference, but Big East is usually overrepresented here. And Walford's actually the 3-point betting favorite. So
they are?
The book actually likes your pick there.
Okay. And then obviously Kentucky, well, I don't think they're going to have trouble with Abilene Christian.
No, but in the next game they might. Kentucky, again, isn't the same Kentucky that we're used to seeing. I'm not sure they really deserve to be a number 2.
Right.
But here they are. So that's the bracket.
So on this side, Terry, who do you like? Is there 2 or 3 or 4 teams that stick out to you on that side?
To me, let's see how Virginia gets through to the 16. I think if they can get through there, they're going to be looking good. I like Oregon. I like Oregon to win that first game, and I haven't filled it out yet, but I might even take them over Villanova in the next game.
Well, no, Oregon would play the winner of Kansas State and Irvine.
I'm looking too far down the list.
Yeah.
Same thing. It should be K-State. So if they win, they'll be playing K-State, in my opinion, and they'll have a chance.
Well,
anybody's got a chance in this tournament. If you come out and you shoot well from the 3-point line, it just changes everything.
Yeah, and the other thing you have to do is protect the basketball and make your free throws.
That's why teams like Yale, they scored 95 points yesterday. They can score.
They can flat out. That's why I picked them as an upset.
It wouldn't surprise me at all if they were able to surprise LSU and get a big number up early.
They could score, and I'll tell you who else can shoot the ball. Belmont can shoot the basketball.
Well,
and those guys can all make their free throws.
Belmont finished the season with 30 wins. I don't know much about their conference, but 30 wins is
good.
Impressive. Yeah.
I know. So there you have it, folks. For week number 1, we start here Thursday. Well, actually, come down to Winnemucca Tuesday and Wednesday here and watch the first 4 at Dayton. And then it starts at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, they play on Tuesday and Wednesday. So we got 4 on Tuesday and 4 on Wednesday. And then the Tuesday winners will have to come back and play, in their brackets on Thursday, and
right?
Wednesday games go to Friday. Again, if you like any of the in-play games, you like St. John's and Arizona State wins it, you get Arizona State. So if you pick the in-play game period over who's already on the bracket, you get 2 for 1 basically.
If you are a sports bettor, this is one of the fun times of the year. It's almost like college bowl season.
But it's all in 2 days.
But it's fun. So it starts tomorrow, and we're going to be going all the way through. Make sure you come down here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Spend the day with us down here. We'll have.
Speaking of the games tomorrow, I don't know the colleges like you do, but where is Fair Dick?
Fairleigh Dickinson is in. I think it's in New York.
Okay.
So.
They shortened it. It just says.
Yeah, it's Fairleigh Dickinson. So that's Fairleigh Dickinson. And then make sure you tune in next week here. Terry and I will give you our thoughts about the preceding week, what happened.
And I'm sure we'll have a couple upsets to say, hey, I didn't see that.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll have this downloaded here next week as well. So for my buddy Terry, I'm Gary. Goodbye, everybody.